Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into my Goody Haul report for the second week of June of 2012. Today is Friday, June 15th, which also happens to be the Matty Collector release day for the month of June. So if you're wanting to get some of those Masters of the Universe or DC Signature Collection figures, go ahead and hit up that site. As of the shooting of this video, it looks like Atrocitus is almost gone. I just went ahead and ordered a second one. I don't know why. I did the same thing with the Flash. But anyways, if you're wanting to get an Atrocitus, you might want to hit them up right now because they're almost gone. And for this Goody Haul report, I've got quite a few items to share with everyone. I shouldn't really be getting this many because personally we are working on getting a really nice goodie, and I shouldn't be really getting all of these other goodies, but my willpower is weak, and I should cut down on my goodie acquisitions, especially I want to get this really nice goodie, and it's almost there for us, and I'll share it with everyone once we do get it. But anyways, just continuing with the goodies that I was able to acquire this past week or week and a half, and we'll start off with this here, and this is the Thor the Mighty Avenger Marvel's Destroyer. This is the 8-inch, I think it's called a rotoscope sculpt of the I guess Thor characters. And this is a figure that I've been looking forward to getting, and finally was able to find one. I had a hard time trying to locate them because they were briefly available at Toys R Us, but then disappeared. But I've heard stories on the web that they were making a reappearance at Toys R Us due to the Avengers movie. So I started hunting for it again, and I was finally able to find one. I almost succumbed to actually paying the $30 that this set goes for online on the secondary market, but I'm glad I didn't, because this set here only cost $9.99, just $10. So I'm not sure why it's valued at $30 at the moment. It's because it's just it's really nicely sculpted. But it's just got your basic 5 points of articulation, which I don't mind too much because I really like this movie Destroyer, especially to go with my 4-inch Thor figures, movie Thor figures. So this is a pretty neat sculpt, and you can see it's pretty nicely painted too. Very, very cool. Now I know that there's a Marvel Legends Destroyer, but it's not quite movie-like. It's similar, and it has a lot better articulation than this guy has. But I think this fits better with my 4-inch figures, Thor figures. And just your basic 5 points of articulation, the hips and shoulders and head, and that's it. But very nicely painted and nicely sculpted, and glad to have found one at Toys R Us. Like I said, $10 for this, so this is really, really cool. Yeah, some other items I was able to find at Toys R Us. Able to find this here. This is the Skylanders Bash, and not just the regular Bash, but the Blue Bash, the semi-transparent Blue Bash. Now this is a cool item that I was never really expecting to see. I just happened to be at Toys R Us doing a run. Just walked by the Skylanders, and shocked really to see this, especially towards the end of the week and in the afternoon. Usually these don't last too long once they're on the pegs. Folks scoop these things up, and I really, like I said, I have the full complement of regular figures, and I was not expecting to get this, but found one on hanging off the pegs right up front. So really cool, really happy to get this exclusive Blue Bash. So really neat. This is 10 bucks, and it's also able to pick up this here. This is another of the Viacons I was able to find. I found this at Toys R Us. I think it was $15. I know that it's a little bit more expensive, but if it's a Viacon, I'm gonna pick it up because I'm army building these guys. I think this is my fourth one, third or fourth. And like I said, $15 at Toys R Us. I was able to find this here. This is a basic bag of Lego of DC superheroes, of Batman on a jet ski, it looks like. And I haven't collected any of the Lego superheroes, either the DC or Marvel, and I really just like the figures. I'm not too enthusiastic about the set, so I don't really feel like paying for the higher priced sets just to get the figure. So glad that they released this in one of those little baggies. This was $5 to have a Batman figure there, so that's kind of neat with the jet ski there. And a really cool find that I was able to find just this morning was this one here. This is the Dark Knight Rises Catwoman. This is I'm not sure if this is the standard or the variant. It may be the variant. This is the goggles down Catwoman, and I just received the Movie Masters Bat Pod from David Walton over on Facebook. Hang loose there. And during my unboxing video, I did mention that I was looking for a goggles down Catwoman because I have a goggles up Catwoman, but really I think the goggles down Catwoman better fits the Bat Pod from what we've seen of pictures and trailers and stuff. So was on the hunt for a goggles down Catwoman, and quickly enough, just this morning, like a day later, found this at Toys R Us. This is $17.99, almost $18 for the Movie Masters figures, and you can see the goggles down version of Catwoman, in which the goggles are set correctly, because the goggles up Catwoman, if you slide the goggles down, they're both inside out and upside down. So I wasn't really wanting to use the goggles up Catwoman for my Bat Pod, so that's why I decided to look for a goggles down Catwoman, and found one. So pretty happy about that. That's pretty neat. I like how the goggles are set correctly. Now if you flip them up, they're going to be, I believe, incorrect, because the way, what I'm assuming is the way the goggles work, not only do they slide up, but they turn on an axle at the edge of the goggles. So it's you can't really design it in the toy. So I can understand why they have two versions of this Catwoman with the goggles up and down. So, but pretty happy to get this one here. And also I was able to get these. Now this is a Dragon's Universe, a Mega Block set. Now I've been watching Lego Lord of the Rings videos from folks such as Gerhawk, a good friend, hanging loose there, and I've been tempted to get the Legos, but I've been trying to put it off, just mainly because I like the figures. Sets are okay, but something I really don't want to quite get into right now, especially with this one goodie that I've been really trying to get. And but I saw the dragons here, and I'm a big fan of the Mega Bloks Dragons line, which was first available in early 2000. I think the line kind of died off in 2009, and they redid a Dragon's Universe line recently in the last 2 years. And I was a big fan of the original Dragons line. It was a fantasy themed, and the Dragons line was first released around the time of the Lord of the Rings movies. So I have a real big fondness for the Dragons line of Mega Bloks. and watching Gearhawk's videos on the Lego Lord of the Rings just really tempted me, but I don't really want to get into it yet. But I saw these, and this just brought back a nostalgia for dragons set, so I decided to pick them up, even though I'm gonna have to hold off on Lord of the Rings. But got this here. This is Tailspike, and this Dragon's Universe, I believe, is a science fiction theme. It's not the fantasy theme that I used to collect, but still, it's the dragons, and I like dragons. And this one here is Torchwing. I was able to pick up, and I was able to pick up a Blackheart, as well as Claw Ripper. So 4 dragons in their egg canisters. Kind of cool. And these were, they look like they were reduced down to $10. I don't know what they were originally. I think they were like $12, $15 maybe. And just seeing these dragons again, but they're in science fiction form, not the fantasy theme that I used to collect. But I really like these dragons. So hopefully I won't be too nostalgic and start looking for dragon sets online. Who knows, maybe I might succumb to that temptation. But anyways, continuing on, now here I was able to get this, and this is the Halo Mini-Mates. And now I've been on a Mini-Mates tear ever since I got my first Mini-Mate sets, the movie Avengers. I've really been addicted to these Mini-Mates. I've been trying to find as many as I could get over in retail and in some comic shops and stuff. Yeah, because they're really cool, and I just really dig these Mini-Mates. They do remind me of the Lego minifigs, but these are a little bit bigger, better articulated, and nicely detailed. And the Mini-Mates, I don't know who runs the, I think it's Diamond Select Toys and Art Asylum. Yeah, that's them. They've produced quite a few Mini-Mates, and they cover quite a few different properties, which is really neat. So, like I said, I've been on a tear on these, and got quite a few, starting with these two. Now, these are 2 separate Halo sets. They both have Warthogs, but they have 2 groups of Noble Team on there. So, with these 2 sets, I have the complete Noble Team in Mini-Mate form here. This set here has, who do they have? Looks like, let's see, Noble 6, Emil, and Jorge. It's not, I know it's not pronounced Jorge, but it's George. But I call it Jorge. So, but that's that half of the team, and this half is Jun, Carter, and Kat. So pretty much have Noble 6 in Mini-Mate form, which is nice. This set costs $24.99 each, I believe, and it's cool that they have warthogs here. So kind of neat. So, but as I mentioned, the Mini-Mates cover a whole bunch of properties, and I was able to find this one here. Now, this is the I guess Sony video game properties, and this is of Ratchet and Clank, which is kind of cool. And I remember playing this game on the PlayStation 2 quite a while back, and this was on sale for $5.98. I think Mini-Mates 2-packs normally cost about $8, but this one was on sale or clearance for only $6. Pretty cool. And we have here, I was able to find a few of these. This is Calico Jacks. I don't know if this is an original property of Mini-Mates or not, or if it's based off of something else, but look, it's a pirate themed, looks like almost a rip of Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's not. But this one here is of Jonathan Barnett and Nook Pana, and some other pirates. I was able to get Charles Vanes and Old Dad the Cooper. And I was able to find Calico Jack himself and Tom Brown. Now these pirate sets were on sale or clearance for only $5 a piece. So pretty neat to get that. And one really neat thing I was able to get was this here. This is a Calico Jack's pirate ship. A pirate ship in mini-mate form, and it looks like we have some crew member there. And this is actually pretty neat. This actually opens up, and I guess you can access the inside of the ship there. I think it's kind of cool, and it has looks like a couple masts, I think. So pretty neat. I really like this, and this is on sale or clearance for $12. So really neat. To have a pirate ship with these guys here. So for $12 for this pirate ship, that's pretty cool. And I'm a big fan of pirates. I really do like pirates. And yeah, I have quite a few more mini-mates I was able to find. And I have here the first appearance of Thor and Balder the Brave, which is cool. And I think this one costs $8. And able to find Beast and Azazel. And I think this completes my team of first class mini-mates, at least on this roster. I don't know if there was another set released or not, but I have all of these figures now. Glad to find this one, because this was the hardest one to find. And I was also able to find this one here, Thor Reborn and Lady Loki. Pretty cool. And found some from the Thor movie, Lady Sif and Volstagg. Now I'm kind of bummed because looking at the back of this, the only member of Warriors 3 is Volstagg. There aren't the other two members of Hogun and Fandral. So really bummed about that, because I can't build a Warriors 3 in mini-mate form unless they were sold separately or are an exclusive to someplace. But kind of disappointed that it's not in this main line. I mean, taking a look at this roster, you could have easily replaced this Asgardian Guard and probably civilian Thor with Hogun and Fandral, and then you'd have the Warriors 3. But unfortunately, I'm only going to have a Warriors 1. Unless it's I can find a movie Hogun and movie Fandral on there. Some other mini-mates. I was able to get an Armored Thor and Beta Ray Bill, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of the Armored Thor. I remember growing up reading stories with Thor in this particular armor. And I'm glad they made Thor in this form. And also I got the Magneto and Mystique before I had found the Beast and Azazel set. So glad to have completed that set. Now I did hit up a comic shop looking for more mini-mates, and was able to find some. Let's see here. I didn't even bother to check out the comics. That's how dedicated I was to looking for these mini-mates. I was able to find this here, Thor and Destroyer, a movie Destroyer. And I'm just now realizing that not only have I got a whole bunch of mini-mates, but I have a whole bunch of Thor goodies. Now, I was originally going to call this video mini-maters, just because I had the amount of mini-mates that I have, but looking at all of this, I have a whole bunch of Thor stuff, and I'm wondering if I should retitle the video a thoroughly good haul. I don't know, but I was able to find this here, Jane Foster and Frost Giant. Now, these two were not on the back of the packaging that I showed earlier, and it looks like this is, I don't know, a second wave of movie Thor, but still no Fandral and no Hogun. So that's really, I'm really bummed about that, because you could see these two weren't there before on the back of that earlier one. So kind of bummed about that. Now I was also able to find this one here, Agent Coulson and Frost Giant, and I am really happy to get this, especially for Agent Coulson. Now, I'm hoping and wishing that we get a Marvel Legends Agent Coulson, but I doubt it. So, if this is the only Agent Coulson I'm ever gonna get, I am glad to have gotten this set. And also, while I was at the comic shop, I noticed I got 2 of these Frost Giants. So I decided to army build Frost Giants. I was able to pick up another Agent Coulson set with a Frost Giant to army build with. So that's kind of cool. I'm not bummed about having another Agent Coulson. I just think he's really cool to have. And when I went to the register and about to pay for this stuff, I saw a whole bunch of single mini-mates and went digging through that and found these. I found what looks like a different Frost Giant compared to this one here. Totally different, so that makes my Frost Giant army a little bit more diverse there. But also I was able to find this here. This is the King Laufey mini-mate, so pretty cool to have a small Frost Giant army here. So now I do have one more item to share with everyone, and this I found at a Target on clearance, and it happens to be one of my favorite superheroes of all time. And I'm glad I saw it at Target, and it's this guy here. This is Super Grover, and he was on clearance for only $11. And it's not just a regular Super Grover, it's a talking Super Grover. And he does have a few phrases here.
Super Grover is here!
And I really dig this.
I, Super Grover, am here to help. And how can I help you?
And I grew up watching Sesame Street, and Grover was my favorite Sesame Street character. Actually, Super Grover was my very favorite. Whenever he donned on the helmet and cape, I always
bye-bye!
Oh, bye Grover. And Super Grover. And I just really loved the character, especially whenever he crash landed somewhere. But very, very happy to get a talking Super Grover, and I'm just really glad to see this, especially on clearance for 12 bucks. So, but this is my casual peek into my Goody Haul for the second week of June. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.